Good morning. Welcome to Friday. Friday at the end of September. Hey, October tomorrow. 'Tis the season of the witch. My favourite time of the year, autumn. Favourite time of the year. And for anyone that's got Disney Plus, Hocus Pocus 2 tonight. Hello. Sorry, I'm going into stuff before I've even said a proper hello. Do type a hello in the comments if you're watching. Bearing in mind, I know how many of you are watching. I have figures. Good morning, husband. Where's the coffee?
Already?
I got the feeling it's kind of an early coffee day. If you are watching, do say hello in the comments. They all come flooding in at once now. Good morning. Oh, dear. See, early coffee needed. Power of speech left me for the day.
Okay.
Good morning, Marianne. Good morning, Claire. Good morning, Sue. Good morning, Trudy. Good morning, Jay. Good morning, Heather. Good morning, Janet. Lots of lovely people. Welcome, welcome. Good morning, Keith. Good morning, Hannah. Good morning, Kerry. There is an Eric under this big pile of blankets. Good morning, Cos. Cos is going for eyebrow taming. Okay, you're having your eye moustaches trimmed. Oh, don't catch up on the big telly later. My rosacea's playing up today. I've got lots of makeup on today. It's not good on a big screen. Good morning, Denise. Yep, definitely Hocus Pocus tonight. Good morning, Diane. Good morning, Emma. Good morning, Naomi. Good morning, Kerry. Good morning, Christine. Good morning, Christine. Good morning, Louise. We're in the doctor's waiting room. That's not fun. Hopefully it will while away the time for you. Good morning, Charlie. Welcome, everyone. A random annual leave day for a readcation. I like the idea of that. I did have the afternoon off yesterday because my new Terry Pratchett book came, pre-written by Rob. Cried on the first page. It's a good start.
And the second page.
And the third page. No, just the first page so far. In the letter that Terry wrote to Rob, left for him after he passed away. Anyway, yes, readcation. I like the idea of that. Good morning, Susie. Good morning, Tony. Good morning, Aiki. Happy to be able to watch live once. Welcome. Lovely to have you with us. Good morning, Deb. Good morning, Emma's mum. Yes, it's good morning, Karen. I don't want to be on a big screen. One of the lovely delights that menopause gave me was rosacea, and it's quite bad for the last couple of days. So I have trowel loads of makeup on today, which I don't like wearing. But there you go. Good morning. I thought today I had a couple of questions a while back now, and I apologise for taking so long to get to them, but they were about altars. So I thought we'd go over those questions today. So if you have any questions generally about an altar, or witchcraft in general, really, throw them out there and we'll see what happens with them. If you've got any insights, any thoughts about altars in general, pop them in the comments and we'll get them up on the screen. I have my main altar, which is there, kind of a seasonal one. It's already dressed for the autumn, is already dressed for the ancestors and the arrival of return of the Kelech. But I have a small one this side as well with Sulis kind of things on, and a huge pile of conkers. I know we talked about them last week, but we've been collecting more ever since. Have got some information on conkers for you as well. Good morning, Louise. Have helped myself and former client with rosacea. I'll try to post oils, etc. I have tried lots of stuff. I have settled on one cream made by Armoire. It's green, which is quite freaky, which does actually work very well. And also Rosalique, which is a cream and a foundation, which is very good as well. But it seems really random. So I'll go days and days and days, weeks without anything, and then all of a sudden, bam. So it's all good, all good fun and games. It's not fun at all.
So it's not fun or games.
It's not
really.
fun or games at all, really. I lied.
Yeah. You need coffee.
I do need coffee.
Only you can find someone to make you coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. I have tried oils. I've tried oils and serums, but my face doesn't seem to like them very much. But, you know, what works for some might not work for others. So, you know, I'm sure everyone is thankful of suggestions. Good morning, Luna. Good morning, Diane. Hannah has a large collection of acorns. I haven't seen any acorns this year, but I haven't really been near any oak trees. There aren't really oaks near us. Emma, hope someone else is still in their jammies. I love that you're in your pajamas. Brilliant. Angela, good morning. Haven't forgotten about putting my conker info in the group, but it's been a bit weak. Oh, no worries. This is washing with conkers, isn't it? Naomi,
in my jammies?
No, we don't need you in your jammies. Thank you. Thanks for the offer. Naomi's still in her jammies. Excellent. Good morning, Vanessa. I'm going to sneeze.
No shoe.
Sorry, Eric.
Woke
Eric up.
Needs to be cleaned. Do you need a wet wipe, Eric?
Don't really have an altar. Sorry, I'll get your name. Takesis. Don't really have an altar. I've got shelves and tables that I can use, but nothing dedicated. Basically, my house is a giant altar. Excellent. Good morning, Karen. Oh, Hannah's in her jammies too. Look, I'm not in my pajamas. It might look like I'm in my pajamas. My daughter says my shirt makes me look like Mr. Tumble. And if you don't know who Mr. Tumble is, do Google him. It'll give you a laugh. Keith says conkers put in the corner act as a magical deterrent for spiders. Yes, we did talk a little bit about them last week, and I have heard that one. I have got quite a few that we've been collecting. Conkers, or in America, buckeyes. It is their time of year. So I'll go over their magical properties first, and then we'll come back to altars, just because it's seasonal and, you know, they're here. There's lots of them, and I've got them on my altar. They have bright green bright green spiky outer shells, and they come from the horse chestnut tree. Buckeyes in the USA, conkers in the UK, both are from horse chestnut trees. Both trees, the American buckeye and the horse chestnut, belong to the same tree genus. Each has several different species, but they all produce similar seeds. So conker, buckeye, interchangeable really for magical purpose. They are brilliant for prosperity and money spells. They can be carried in your pocket to bring good luck and fortune, particularly if you like a bit of a gamble. Apparently rubbing a buckeye or a conker will bring you good luck. Wrapping a monetary note, so don't get pound notes anymore, do you? £5 note or $1 around your conker and putting it in a magic pouch can bring prosperity. It is a big prosperity money bringing one. It is a fertility thing. Gentleman could carry one in his pocket because it's said to resemble the shape of a part of the gentleman's anatomy, a part that he usually has two of. So keeping one of these in his pocket is supposed to bring fertility. You can add them to spell pouches, all kinds of spell working to bring fertility, but also to keep away evil. They're very good for dispelling negativity, which is probably why they're used for spiders. Not that spiders are evil at all. Keep your buckeye oiled and polished to keep the magic working. I like that idea. You could add essential oils, couldn't you, that correspond to the magic that you want. If you want to make a spell pouch, use green fabric, add magical herbs that correspond, and then the conker, and dress with money drawing oil, and you've got a fantastic prosperity spell pouch. Carrying buckeyes, conkers with you helps soothe and protect against arthritis, apparently. Don't know if that works or not. For healing, place a bowl of horse chestnuts in the person's room. Wash them daily. The horse chestnuts, not the people, what that too, in spring water to improve their ability to absorb pain and illness from the patient. Then dry them well. If the nut cracks or decays, throw it out because it's absorbed all of the illness and you can replace it. A note is to not confuse the horse chestnut with the sweet chestnut. Conkers are toxic in their state, so don't eat them. One folklore story I actually found when I was researching for these, this is all in the Witchcraft in the Wilds book. When I was doing some research, I found a story that says only half the buckeye is poisonous and that only squirrels know which half is safe to eat. So unless you're a squirrel, don't eat them. That was it. That's conkers, that's buckeyes. That was a lot of information first thing in the morning, wasn't it? Let's go back to some of the comments. Trudy has the most gorgeous conkers picked up from Colleen Amphitheatre last week. Nice. Oh, good evening, Sephora. Conkers are chestnuts. No, conkers are buckeyes. Conkers are horse chestnuts. They are not edible. So don't confuse them with the chestnuts that you eat. They are two different things. Christine, my fireplace and my walls are my favourite altars, filled with leaves and crafts. Keeps me busy making stuff for the altars. I saw your wreaths yesterday. They were beautiful. Karen, I've got some massive spiders in my house and I love them. Yeah, witch has got to have spiders' webs in the houses, haven't you? Because you can use them for working magic. Janet went thrifting and found a bag of buckeyes. Nice. The conker or the buckeye is larger than a sweet chestnut. Very similar in colouring and design, but not quite. I don't have a chestnut. Chestnuts are a little bit of a different shape and generally smaller. The conkers are usually much bigger. Do not eat horse chestnuts. Angela's not only in her jammies, still in bed. It's cold here this morning. Yeah, it is here today. This is my weekly treat, lie-in, Fridays instead of a weekday. Watching your live with coffee huddled under the duvet. I like that idea. Maybe I should do the talk from under the duvet. Tony has conkers in my windows. They have spider webs all over them. Well, that's just taking the mickey, isn't it, really? I love it. Naomi, what would you oil them with? I'd oil them with essential oil or an oil blend because you don't want to put essential oil direct on your fingers. Anything that's prosperity, really. Basil oil, olive oil would be good too. Yeah, I would work a prosperity essential oil blend. That's what I would do anyway. Trust your intuition as always. Would this information? Yes, it is. It is in. Got so many piles of books. Oh, the information is all in this book. It is all about working magic with items that nature provides. So it is about working magic with conkers, acorns, grass, leaves, seeds, stones, feathers. You won't find any magical tools or anything bought in here. It is all about working magic with items from nature. So the conkers are in there. Kerry, if only half is poisonous, that resembles the shiny red apple Snow White had. Yeah, it was one of those funny folklore stories. Obviously, half of it is not poisonous. Christine, I leave all spiders' webs on my doors and windows as the birds come and eat them and make the webs for their nests in spring. Love to see them eating the dead, creepy crawlies off the webs when it's coming up to Halloween. You've got to keep a few cobwebs. I use them in my witch bottles all the time, so you've got to have some of them hanging around. Zephora, would it matter if I use sweet chestnuts? I would hate to get them mixed up and have someone eat them. Sweet chestnuts have different properties. So conkers, horse chestnuts, they are fertility and protection. And making me work for it today. Sweet chestnuts, the ones that you have at Christmas roasting on your fire.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Coffee.
I knew you would sing then. It's your favourite Christmas song, isn't it?
Yep.
Sweet chestnuts. They carry, let's have a look, different magical properties. So sweet chestnuts are strength, success. They are prosperity and fertility too. They've got abundance in them as well. So yeah, you could work with sweet chestnuts for the prosperity and fertility side of it. Similar, but not the same magical properties. But trust your intuition. Trust your intuition and how you feel about it. Naomi, how's that book? Must have forgotten. Yes, it's all in there. Hannah, my kind of magic. Well, this is my kind of magic. This is me. Well, that's actually me on the front. I am famous. I'm on the cover of a book. Oh, yeah, it's how I work magic, is with free stuff that nature provides. What's the name of the book? It is Witchcraft into the Wilds. If you have a look at my website, you'll find all of the books on there anyway. Website name is at the top there. Have a look, you'll find all the books on there. Emma, my altar is getting a change up tomorrow. Can't wait. Also change up the curtain at the door window. This one is a Halloween theme one. Excellent. I changed the altar actually a couple of weeks back because it felt like the right time to change it for me. So I have got all of my Kalak and ancestor stuff on it. I haven't set up my ancestors' altar yet, but I will be doing so at the weekend when all the picture frames have been brought down from the loft. So I will set up an ancestors' altar for this time of the year, obviously. I've got various different places around the house where I have an altar. Diane says Pete's on form this morning. Diane, he's always singing. He's in a band, you know.
Matt Monroe tribute.
Sephora says, if you use their spiky nastiness on the outside, that would scare the crap out of spiders. It may well do. Christine says, lovely voice, Peter. Yeah. Well, he has got a very nice singing voice, Christine. True.
Like Barry White.
Barry White. The love walrus. Trudy found a beautiful magpie feather in an amphitheatre, just one. I know it's magical, not unlucky, but read that I'm to bury it if it feels that's not for me to do. You have an info. If you have a look on my website, there is a blog about magpies.
I think so.
I do work with magpie. If you don't like animal parts or wings, look away now. But I do have several magpie wings. I have a skull and some feet, but I won't show you those because I work with magpie. It's one of my main totems. Let's get another book out. It's like a full workout today.
You're just flashing your books.
I'm just flashing my books. I am. Yeah, I'm a book tart. So magpie is all about magic and mystery. I often find when magpie's near, I often find that there is mystical stuff happening. They do cause a bit of mischief too. They have got a little bit of a. Here we are, magpie. This is from Animal Magic. It is full of occult knowledge. Jack of all trades, master of none, dabbling in everything. Yep, that's me. It's a reminder that whatever task you take on, do it properly and follow it through to completion. Magpie has the ability to open a gateway to the world of spirit and the fairy realms. He can help. Warned though, messing with magic can have consequences, and magpie medicine has a tendency to be unpredictable. Magpie is also very vocal. you will recognize their call, absolutely. And they love shiny things. So it is a bit of a warning not to fall prey to the lure of too many material things in life too. So magpie is occult, magic, knowledge, dedication, spirit world, past life, consequences, communication, clarity, opportunistic, perception, illusion, and expression. I know I'm reading for the book. I wrote it, but I don't remember everything. I have a brain like a sieve, basically. Diane says, "You flash those books, girl." I will. Christine, I wish my other half had a good singing voice. He's the only person who makes me laugh at a funeral. He sounds like a version of Lee Marvin. I can't sing. I cannot. We're going to get him singing all day.
Lee Marvin now.
I can't sing at all. Pete is in a band. He's a drummer in a band. Same band for 36 years now. One of them, yeah. A couple of others he does as well. Drummer, but you do back in and you do sing. Bit of Thin Lizzy sometimes, don't he? He does all the chat. Yeah, he does all the chat. He's got a very nice voice for Elvis songs as well. Not that he plays Elvis songs. You're welcome, Judy. Good morning, Maria. So, altars. Oh, no, coffee. Sorry, priorities. I have missed some, haven't I? Angela says, shells of conchos make a lovely fabric dye too. Yes, if you want to have a go at dyeing your own fabric, there's all sorts of natural things that make really good colours. Very blurry. I did go a bit blurry apparently.
Only for a while.
I feel a bit blurry. It's just me. Charlie, bloomin' love conchos. Loved them as a kid and still do. There's just something about them brown and shiny nature gems that make me smile. We were like kids. This is Pete and I walking into town. Oh, conchos. Oh, look. Let's look. Pete even went out into the middle of the road, like in between the cars. Okay. Oh, no, this one's good. Yeah, we were. We were like small children. Good morning, Andrea. Claire, I feel the need to go out and look for conchos, but is there meant to be a storm in the UK today? They are out in the UK now in my area, and we're in the southeast of England. They've been out for a couple of weeks, really. Morning, Jane. Sorry I'm late. Didn't realise it was Friday. It is Friday. I know what you mean, though. I turned the alarm off last night because I thought today was Saturday. Yeah. Anyway, carrying on. Good morning, Leslie. To do scroll. Leslie, have magpies that come to my garden every day. They're the only birds that do. It's one couple. Oh no, wee robin, and that's it. It's funny, isn't it, what birds you get? I get lots of sparrows, starlings, loads of pigeons. I am getting, I've been putting out some Niger seeds, so I have been getting some finches in now, which is exciting. I need to get out more, really. We have a couple of pairs of magpies living in the area, but they don't really come into the garden. And we do get seagulls overhead because we're not far from the water. But it makes a difference what food you put out, apparently, according to my dad, who's a bird person. I knew we wouldn't talk about what we're supposed to talk about today. Let's just carry on. Obviously, my connection's not very good today. I do apologise for that.
It was only for a little second.
Has it come back?
Yeah, it's been fine.
Good. Trudy would like you to sing a bit of Elvis. Actually, Pete is a huge Elvis fan.
It's now or never. Come hold me tight.
Fair enough. He is a huge Elvis Presley fan, actually.
Behind you on the left, actually, all Elvis.
Oh, yes.
Down on the deck.
Down on the deck here. You can't see behind. Right on there's a whole shelf of Elvis LPs down there. Yes, big fan.
You can just see it, Elvis Presley. That's it on.
I'm a complete newbie to this, so intrigued with working in nature and witchcraft. Where would one begin? Do you have beginners books? All of my books are suitable for beginners. Do have a look at my website because all of them are suitable for beginners. I don't don't write complicated. Hopefully my books do cover, if you are a bit more advanced and you want a refresher, or hopefully some different insights, but any of my books can be worked with by newbies. But if you are interested in nature, the Witchcraft into the Wilds one, and it is about working witchcraft without spending any money. You don't need to buy any magical tools. You don't need to buy even crystals or anything like that. It is working magic with leaves, berries. It's about making that connection with nature, which is what witchcraft is about. It's about making magic with a pebble or a shell. So, yeah, all of nature, everything has an energy to it, and you can work magic with all of it. Christine Conkers used to soak them in vinegar. It makes them rock hard. Pete was saying you used to bake yours, didn't you?
Yeah, don't know why.
Yeah. Nita, good morning. Happy to have a free Friday to join in. We're happy to. Love Conkers and often collect them just to have a small display of them. They're so tactile too. Yeah, there is something that makes you want to pick them up. Hannah, we have a seagull that comes and sits on the shed roof. I love seagulls. I do work with seagull as well, actually. It's one of mine. Denise loves Elvis too. Yeah, we do like a bit of Elvis in the house. Jane, after a couple of barren years, we finally have lots of acorns this year. Yes, they've been in sparse supply, haven't they, for the last couple of years? Been collecting the cups to contain offerings for the little folks. Excellent. Susan, your books are so readable. Brilliant. Thank you. Thank you so much. Book 24 coming out, is it?
24, yeah.
24 coming out next month. Witchfall Seasons comes out tomorrow, next month. But every time a new one comes out, I still get excited. It's still, and every time someone says they love to read it, you don't know how much that means. It really does. So thank you for that. Yes, they are great just to have in your coat pocket and feel them now and then. Yeah, they are very tactile, aren't they? There is something a bit special about them. So I should have titled this talk Conkers, really, shouldn't I?
I'm sure every season is 24. Goddesses will be 25.
A Witch for Every Season is book 24. Gods and Goddesses of England is book 25. Thank you. And there are more on the way. Don't you worry. Just handed in my next Llewellyn manuscript. And I've got 4 more Moonbooks ones. This keeps me out of trouble.
That's just the signed ones.
Sephora. Yeah, I got loads more ideas in my head. I need to make my altar goodies from scratch, as not much available here in budget or shops. Anyone else here? Have a look on YouTube for craft things on how to make lots of bits, but you don't need to buy things for your altar. You can make an altar out of completely natural things. And you can buy things from charity thrift shops. You can work with just plain white candles. Don't need to buy expensive ones. Lots of things you can do and make, but trust Mother Nature to provide you with most things. A wand can be made from a stick. A wand can be made from a wooden spoon. A wand can be your finger. A chalice can be just a pretty glass that you've got. You could decorate it with glass pens if you wanted to. Cauldron could be an old casserole dish or a crock pot. Kind of kitchen witchy, nature witch. Work with what Mother Nature provides you or what you can find in your kitchen cupboards. It is about working with what you've got, really, and it can be done. Christine, love your witch's ladder you have on your altar. Okay, witch's ladder. These are really easy to make. This is the witch's ladder down here. It's a plait, basically, with feathers and herbs in it. We created a witch's ladder in the autumn equinox kitchen witch ritual that we did last weekend. There is a video on my YouTube channel on how to make witch's ladders. They are really easy. They are really cheap to do, and they work powerful magic. Heather, all your books are fab and such great references. I'll pay you 20 quid when I see you. Heather is one of the kitchen witch ladies, one of my left and right hand ladies. Big hugs, Heather. Susie, we have magnificent horse chestnut and oak trees in hospital grounds where I work. And yesterday on my lunchtime stroll, I stuffed my pockets full of conkers and acorns. I did get some funny looks. We do. If you talk to the trees or the plants and collect things like small kids, yeah. Oh, good question, Hannah. Is there anything you shouldn't put on an altar? Now, I'm very much of the opinion that your altar is very personal to you and it should reflect you. When I did my initial Wiccan training, there is a specific layout for the altar, generally within Wicca. Different traditions will have their own guidelines, their own rules, for want of a better word. My Wiccan training said that the altar had to be in the north, which is one of the questions someone asked. Do you need to set up an altar in a specific direction? In Wicca, I was always taught that the altar had to be in the north, that anything to do with the goddess and feminine energy went on the left, and anything to do with the god and masculine energy went on the right. So your chalice went on the left, your athame went on the right, a statue to the god and goddess, or a candle for each. So basically, boobies on the left, winkies on the right. And any of the magical tools that are associated with the masculine and feminine had to go on the left or the right sides. Usually a pentacle in the center, and representations of the four elements. And I did that religiously for a very long time, but I do now just follow my intuition and I'm guided by what I feel needs to be put on there. So the one behind me is kind of my this time of the year altar, and I do the Kalach has walked with me for many years, apart from last year when she abandoned me. I think it was just so that I could find Sulis, but anyway, that's another story. So I've got a skull, not a real one, to represent the ancestors. I have a picture of the Kalach at the back that was gifted to me by a very lovely friend, thank you. I've got a triptych, which is, I am dancing about today. I have a triptych, which is fab. So during the summer, I tend to close it up. And in the winter, autumn, winter, I open it up. And that's the Kalach and the wild boar. Wild boar is my main totem animal. This was made by the lovely Susie Edwards Goose. I've got a cloth on there so it won't stand up. Susie Inkwitch on Facebook if you want to have a look. And I've got a statue of the Kalach. I've got candles to her. I've got my magpie feathers. I've got various bits. I've got Kalach mala beads that I made. What else have I got? Oh, iron nails. I have got a rune of protection that a very lovely friend gave me. And I've got a little bit in the corner to my wild boar. So I've got pictures and he's fabulous. Again, given by a very lovely friend. He's just gorgeous. And I have some tree ornaments as well. So really they're not in any particular order. They're not on any side. I don't actually have the god on that one. I do on this side. I have my god on this side here because I work with Balanus and he's really a summertime god. So he's kind of stepped backwards. So I go with what works for me. I go with what feels right for me. I have various other altars quite often around the house. This is my dedication altar, my seasonal altar. I have a working altar upstairs, which I tend to leave spells on and things like that. So you can have altars for different reasons, for different ideas. Is there anything you shouldn't put on altar? I would say only if you are working with the fairy realm. If you're working with the realm of fairy, you don't want to put iron or steel on there because that would really offend them. You won't see them for dust. But I think trust your intuition. If you want to put, anything on there, go for it. An altar, I think, is about honoring. So you might be honoring the season, you might be honoring the Sabbath, you might be honoring a deity or a spirit animal. Put things on there you feel are right. If you're not sure, ask spirit, meditate. If you're building an altar for a specific deity, meditate with them and ask them what they'd like on the altar. Basically, as you're placing it on there, if it feels right, go with it. If it feels a bit hinky, then trust your intuition. Heather, Pete's got a good Elvis vibe in his voice. He has a very nice voice for singing Elvis, and for Thin Lizzy, you do very well too, don't you? He's got a very nice voice. And actually, in fact, we haven't discovered if our son can sing yet, but sometimes I get confused because Ben now sounds like Pete sometimes. He's got the same deep voice. We'll have to see if he can sing. Emma, my little, not so little gnome is going on my Samhain altar. Your crocheted gnome is amazing. Crochet for hours and days. He's going on there. Oh, definitely. I actually have 3 gnomes. They're Swedish, or not Swedish chefs, the Scandinavian tomties, and I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. And they sit on my mantelpiece in the front room all year because they want to. I feel that it's right. Maria, I carry acorns in my pockets. There's been lots this year. Yes, we haven't had any for a couple of years, have we? Acorns are very good for fertility. They make nice little charms for fertility. Let's have a look at acorn. Talk amongst yourselves while I remember my alphabet. Oh, I'm looking up acorns and it's under oak. Oh, it's going to be a long day. Obviously, acorns carry the energy of oak. This is from Magical Plants and Herbs. So healing, health, protection, money, fertility, luck, strength, vitality, and power. So that's your acorns. They are very handy for making little charms out of. Apparently, you can make acorn coffee too. That does not sound nice. Sephora, I want to make a green man, so out comes the Dremel. That sounds very technical. But we do need to see pictures once it's done, obviously. Good morning, Claire. Jane, I've got a couple of posh, expensive ones, but my favourite is just a plain stripped elder stick with 3 runes scorched onto it and a couple of inches of bark left on for a handle. Yeah, I think it's one of those things, isn't it? When you start, you have a whole list of items that you need. I need an athame, I need a wand, I need a chalice, I need this, I need that. You don't need anything. Ultimately, the power comes within you anyway. Magical tools do help direct the energy, but you can, as I say, you can do it with a wooden spoon or your finger, vegetable peeler. It's but wands are interesting because they are obviously made of wood. Generally there are crystal and metal ones, but wooden wands carry the energy of the tree that they were made from. I have got a very simple Applewood wand, and it is literally stripped with a bit of bark for the handle, and it's so powerful. I've got a yew wand made with the root of a yew tree. Again, very, very powerful, and that's all it is, just a piece of wood. So yeah, it doesn't have to be fancy. It can be, it doesn't have to be. Leslie, your books are the only ones I go to now. Oh, bless you. Bless you. You are allowed to read other people. I won't be offended. Nita, I have a witch's ladder my daughter made me from hagstones. Hangs in my kitchen by the patio doors. It's been much admired and loved. Hagstones are brilliant to hang on witches' ladders. They work very well. Oh, thank you, Heather. Heather has put the link to the YouTube witches' ladders tutorial. I think I'm looking pretty rough in it, but yeah, tells you how to make it. Christine, my altar in my dining room, I have my grandma pick, 2 sunflower candle holders, a small bunch of bright flowers, and a felted witch with my pagan tree. I wonder what that says about me. Bonkers. Oh, all the best people are bonkers. All the best people. It sounds amazing. That triptych is beautiful. Yeah, Susie Edwards does amazing stuff. Jane, nice bee cushion. Did you get it in M&S? It was a present from Pete, actually. I think it did come from M&S. Do like bees. Sal, do you have a separate working altar? Yes. I have this one here, which is kind of my dedication, kind of my connection with the Kalak. It is an altar you can sit in front of and meditate. It is an altar that you can sit with. But because of the shelf above it, I can't really light candles on it. I know there's candles sitting on it and they have been lit elsewhere, but I don't want to burn the shelving. It's fairly new and it costs a lot of money. I don't want to burn it. So yes, I do. If I'm working spell work, I tend to work it on the kitchen table, and I will quite often set up a little altar while I'm doing it. I do have a working altar upstairs as well, which has literally got stuff chucked on it that's working or doing things, or candles. I've got images of the English goddesses that I'm working with on the ancient British goddess course at the moment. So yeah, that's kind of not so pretty. Not so well designed. And I think I mentioned it before, I really want to make a household altar. I think that will be down here somewhere, but it's, plans are fermenting. You can, you have as many altars as you like, really. Sephora, I placed a mirror above one of my altars and realized when I lay in bed that it reflected the picture I have of stag. Felt right. If it feels right, go with it. Angela, I have several altars, one in my eastern-facing kitchen window, one in the south of my library, which is my main working one, and a seasonal one, which I pop up when and where my intuition tells me. I think that's how it should be. It should work for you. Nita, I have my main altar in the north in my dining room windowsill, and a grid in the front bedroom used as an office also in the north. South altar is also for gratitude. I think the thing with the directions is... And I always used to try and put it in the north, but the north in this room is a wall. There's nowhere to put an altar. So this is never eat shredded wheat. This is west. I have a little one in the south actually in here that has Ganesha on it, which is my kind of help get rid of obstacle kind of altar that has offerings and things put on it. My working altar is in the north upstairs, just because that happens to be where the unit is that it fits on. I think you have to work with what you've got and where you can place stuff. I have an altar on the shelf, obviously, which works really well. But as I say, you can't really burn candles on it. Did that once before in another room and burnt all the shelf above it. Candles very close to walls will also put marks all up the wall. Been there, done that too. You can put your altar on. I've got one in here on top of a small sideboard. That's where Ganesha sits. The one upstairs is on a sideboard unit as well, but you can put them on shelves. You can put them on the tops of cupboards. I had in the old kitchen, I used to have just a little tiny weeny shelf for a kitchen altar. Just used to put a little vase of flowers on it. What else? If you're not out of the closet yet, you could have an altar on a tray and just put it in the cupboard and bring it out when you need it. It doesn't have to be an enormous, huge table dripping in velvet and gold with, drapes. It doesn't need to be that at all. In fact, it'd be lovely if you could have that, but it's not practical. Go with the space that works for you. I have found in my experience that the direction that it's in is not very important. It hasn't ever been to me. It has been what space I've had and whether that feels right. So it's your altar. Trust that it works for you. Hannah says acorn flour. Oh, I haven't come across acorn flour. Is that as revolting as acorn coffee though? Emma, mum calls conkers anti-stress things that you can throw at people. They're quite hard. That would hurt. Sam, brain flow, acorns, life, strength, etc. They have been absent during COVID. A link maybe, quite possibly. Yeah, there's been a couple of years when we haven't been able to get hold of them. Yeah, Aiki wants to know what you use acorn flour for and does it taste nice? I think I know the answer to that. Sam says acorn coffee is pretty good. Saxon Forager has a recipe. I'll trust you on that one, Sam. Jane, Aldi are currently selling a cordless little drill kit with lots of bits, same gauge as a jeweler's suspension drill, ideal for mini sculptures. Nice, you could drill all sorts of things with that. Tony, there was acorn coffee at the Wildwood Woman event I went to last week, but I didn't try it as they said it was bitter. I would imagine it is. That's kind of in my head, that's how it would be. Hannah says, use the same as normal flour. Haven't tried it, never collected enough acorns. Well, as they're in abundance this year, maybe you can. Let us know how you get on. My kitchen altar is full of acorns and dried rose petals. My working one is upstairs in my bedroom. Emma, I have changed the direction of my altar so many times that every way feels right now. I'm pretty much the same, Emma, pretty much. Maria, mine are where they can go. Yeah, that's how it's been for me too. Jane, my main altar is a big mistake. Can't keep it tidy for love or money. It looks like a mini version of Steptoe's yard, but so does most of our gaff. Oh, Steptoe, brilliant, brilliant TV. I think that's it, isn't it? I think we are bombarded with Instagram photos of this magical witchcraft stuff. Beautiful witches all dressed in their finery and amazing altars all laid out and all like a photographic shoot. I think in reality, a working witch's altar looks more like Steptoe's yard, in my experience anyway. This one behind me doesn't really change much until I take it all off and redress it for the season. My working altar is a different story. It is chaos. Absolute chaos, but I think it has to work for you, and I think an altar is very fluid as well. You might pick up a conker when you're out on your walk and decide it needs to go on your altar. You know, it moves. It's got movement to it, and it gets added to and taken away from as well. I think it has to work for you, and it has to feel right. Kerry, I like the idea of seasonal altars, but I found this year the feel of autumn has been late weather-wise. I actually cover this in my new book plug, A Witch for Every Season. I think that Sabbath dates and seasons are very fluid depending on where you are in the world, depending on where you are in the country, and it will change each year. I change my altar for the season when I feel it. Not because of a date on the calendar, which is why this one changed a couple of weeks ago, because it felt that the Kalak was back and I needed to honour her. So trust your intuition, trust the feel, trust the weather. Don't go by dates on the calendar. It's much more natural. There's a connection. You need to make a connection with the outside world, and that will tell you when it's the right time. Denise has 3 altars in my witch study and my ancestor's altar in the lounge. Nice. Christine, life's too short for acorn coffee and flour. Just eat nice cake. I am with you on that one. You know I'm with you about cake anyway. Heather has put a link to Susie's work. Thank you, Heather. Artwork of Susie Goose is her Facebook page. I have quite a few pieces of Susie's work on my altars and on my body because she does ritual tattoos as well. My bees. You see, I've got a shirt on now. My bees were Susie's ritual tattoo work. She's amazing. Her artwork, it's got so much feel to it. Karen, there's always acorns at Alderley Edge, but this year it's like Acorn-armageddon. I love that we come up with all these words. They're everywhere, and trees really heavy with them. Excellent. Emma, we've got an ancestors altar and a family one, but my working altar is in my bedroom. Yes, my ancestor altar is going to be in the living room. I've got a dresser in there and I'm going to put it on there. Sam, it doesn't smell of autumn yet. I think it does in the mornings. That first thing in the morning and that last thing at night, you get that kind of crisp smell. But yes, I know what you mean, because you're not far from me, aren't you? You're local, aren't you, to me? So yeah, I know what you mean. It's not quite there yet, is it? But the Kalak for me is she's here already kicking my butt. So, you know, you have to listen. She wanted her altar set up, so I had to listen. Don't argue with them. Angela, acorns have to be soaked well with water, changed often to remove all the tannins. If it's bitter, not enough of the tannins have been removed and every batch needs different soaking. Interesting, thank you. You know that I'm not going to do that, don't you? I rely on my very lovely friends to make all of the tinctures and the cordials and the jam. Heather, still haven't had any jam because it's just not my bag. I rely on them and I'm very, very pleased when they do give me gifties. Hannah wondered what kinds of items people are putting in their Samhain altars. Well, that's mine behind us is the Samhain altars. Things for the ancestors. I go with dark colours and blue because those are the colours of the Kalak. You can find some fantastic Halloween decorations that work really well on Samhain altars or in any witch's house any time of the year. I think you have to go with what you feel connects you to Samhain. For me, it's very, very much the ancestors. So that is the focus that I'm on, and the Kalak, because it's her beginning of her run of the dark half of the year. So yeah, go with what works for you. But if anybody would like to put photos of their Samhain altars up on the Kitchen Witch Coven Facebook, that would be fantastic, because it's always good to get inspiration and ideas from other people. Trudy is portable. Take it wherever I am on an earthenware platter. Brilliant idea. I have seen, I know Jenny and Tony, I think it was, did it, altars in a dish. So you just have a big dish and all of your altar bits go in there. I thought you were local, Sam. Jane, everything's still very green here, so it feels a bit early to get my squirrel bowl full of nuts and pine cones out. But now I've got my witchy room, I'll make a tiny altar and get very OCD about keeping it tidy. It's the only room I can keep really nice so I can study in it. I have to share my witchy room with someone's electronic drum kit, which I'm very happy to do. I am very happy to do because it used to be in the conservatory, which is now our dining area. So at Pete's choice, he decided that the new renovation was so lovely you couldn't put a drum kit in it. So I share my witchy room with the drum kit. I don't mind. Diane says it's very autumnal here for a couple of weeks now. I have felt it just that first thing in the morning and last thing at night. But, oh, Heather, bless you. Heather has put a link to my online book launch. I am launching my next book, Witch for All Seasons, on the 5th of November, online, 7 p.m. UK time, on my, well, same place this is going to, my author Facebook page and my YouTube. I will be doing a little chat about the book and the contents. It's about working with the seasons. It's about connecting with your area. It's about finding out and connecting with folklore. It's about making the folk holidays, even the saints' days, work for you magically as a witch in your area. So I will be also giving away a book during that talk as well. So thank you, Heather. Christine said, as soon as the autumn equinox arrived, my house changed to orange and greens and browns with all autumnal things. I love this season. I do. It is my favourite time of the year. Vanessa, I'm very lucky with the layout of my home. My working altar is in my bedroom, just happens to be north. In the lounge and kitchen, both north, but again, lucky enough that I could set up an altar anywhere, even in the garden. Having a garden altar is also a really good idea.
Where's the drum kit in that house?
Yes, I don't think Vanessa has a drum kit.
Oh. I thought everyone does.
No, not every household has an electronic drum kit.
Oh.
Yeah, I think if you can fit a garden altar in, that works really well as well. Particularly if you work with nature spirits or the world of fairy, you do have to be careful leaving offerings and things out on a garden altar if you have pets or small children, though. Heather hasn't been able to make any jam this year. I'll let you off just this once. Emma, Mum makes piccalilli every year and takes them up to the cemetery for my uncle who passed. It was his favourite. Fantastic offering. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you, Tony. Tony, we did an altar in a bowl. I thought it was you because you are so creative. I have total decoration envy from Tony. She's so creative and artistic. Pete does quite often break into song. Quite a lot of it's Elvis, Christine. We have whole conversations where, you know, someone will say something on the television and it'll be the line of a song, and that, oh yeah, it's like that in this house. Maria's put the heating on. Airs has come on the last couple of mornings, yeah, automatically. Jane, I share my witchy room with one boran and a rain stick and all the neighbourhood cats. Yeah, Eric's not so pleased with the drumming, I must admit. Sephora, I have a lovely slab of Japanese cedar which I saved when we were cutting firewood and use that for a portable altar when the mood suits. Slices of tree trunk work really, really well. My very lovely cousin got married and their wedding cakes and cupcakes were all on slices of wood. So they very kindly let me take one of the slices of wood home with me. So I do use that quite a lot to put things on. We also bought back some great big slabs of stone. We didn't steal them from the beach, honestly. When we went to Cornwall, we bought these slabs back because a big flat piece of stone works really well as an altar, and you can put candles straight on there as well, which works very well. Louise, new book sounds amazing. Thank you. I loved writing it. It is hopefully helpful, useful. Sam, already pre-ordered as my 40th birthday gift to myself. Happy 40th birthday for when that happened, Sam. Oh, 40, that was a long time ago. Oh, Louise has got HRT. Hope it helps. Oh, fingers crossed, my lovely, because menopause is poopy. Leslie, I come to life in autumn. I love it. Yeah, it is brilliant. Jane, autumn and winter, best seasons for witches because there are more hours of darkness for us to be witchy in. There is something I thought this morning when the alarm clock went up. It goes off at 6:30. So this morning I thought, wow, it's really dark still. And it has been really light. So yeah, you know when the mornings and the evenings start drawing in. Good morning, Kim. Vanessa, I have a drum. Does that count? Yeah, that counts. Sam has loads of jam already if you want some, bless you. I love cooking. I love baking. I don't really make pickles and jams. I should really, because I love jam and Pete loves pickles, so I ought to really. Sephora, is Heather posting links on YouTube? Can't see on Facebook. Sometimes the links don't appear in the comments until after I've finished. So I'll make sure that they are there. So wait till it's finished and they should come up, Sephora. Angela, I have a portable altar I made from a portable art easel from the works. Forgotten about that. Must dig it out as I've not needed it since we moved house with a big garden. What a clever idea. Emma, where's Eric? He's under a pile of blankets. You'll see him when I finish. As soon as I say the magical finishing words, you'll probably see him. Kim, I have an altar dedicated to the Norse gods. Simple but nice. It has to work with you. Has to work for you. Kerry, my dog Ebony doesn't like drums after. Jackie, only just checked in, missed all. Don't worry, be on a replay. Drum kit in the garage. We don't have an actual drum kit at home. We do have an electronic kit because the neighbours would not love us. Sam, nothing worth and candles on a hot summer day. Yeah, I've had a few melt. Louise has jam and pickle to spare. Bless you. Good morning, Sue. Oh, Vanessa tried out the apple butter. Fantastic. Excellent. Yeah, it is delicious. Sephora, small batches of jam are really easy to do and so much easier. I know, I should do it.
There's links on my phone. I can see it on Facebook, but not on my computer.
Okay, so I think
that one's missed out for some reason.
I think the links will appear once we finish. So the links should be on the replay. I'll double check when we're done. Jane, I put fruit in the freezer when it's around for picking or buying, then make jam in the winter when I don't mind warming the house up. Good idea. Emma spotted Eric. We mentioned your voice, didn't we? He's there. So I think altars are, we did cover a bit of altars. I think altars have to work for you. I think they have to be, I think they're personal, and I think they have to be a reflection of you. And I also, the other question, I'll just squeeze it in at the end. Do you need to set up an altar when you're working a ritual? When we have the open rituals, we always set up an altar because it gives a focal point and it gives us somewhere to put all the junk, basically. When I'm working a ritual for just myself, no, I don't very often put up an altar unless I am working on something very specific that requires it. So I think my answer is no, you don't need you don't need an altar when you're setting, when you're working a ritual, but it does help. It gives a nice focal point, and it also gives you somewhere to put your candles and your incense and everything. Yeah, hello. Christine, thinking I should have a set of big drums to make our neighbours love us. Yeah, people across the road from us had a drum kit once when their son was a teenager. It was incredibly noisy. Sephora, keeping cat off altar hints needed. Cats love altars. They love the energy, they love the magic, and basically they like to just mess up things and push things off. So I don't have any hints. I don't have a cat, so I don't have any hints for that, but I know they love interfering with them. It's his little waggy tail, right? Kerry, need an easy, good pumpkin pie recipe. There's one in my cooking book. I will post the link for you in a bit. Yeah, Eric's tail has started like an alarm clock, right on time. The blanket waving tail. Hello, what you doing? Just investigating. This is why you need to make sure things are out of the way, because you don't want your pets eating stuff. But you're actually pretty good with that, aren't you? And this is plastic. Likes to eat plastic. You know. Jane bought a laptop recently. Colleen, the puss, thinks it's a small chair just for her. Yes, Eric's tail is working his magic. His magic. He's waiting for his breakfast, I expect. You want your breakfast? Do you want your breakfast? You want your breakfast? For some reason, the word breakfast stuck. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, dinner, or anything, it just stuck. So I think with altars, we did kind of cover it. I love chatting with you guys. We go off on so many tangents. It's fantastic. Altars. Go with what works for you. You can have anything you want on it. You can have, natural stuff works really well. If you find something, if you're gifted a feather when you're out and it feels like it needs to go on your altar, put it on there. If you want to put a bar of chocolate on there as offering. My Ganesha altar it's got a chocolate flake on it at the moment because Ganesha loves sweets and chocolates. So I felt that's what he wanted. So I put it on there. So trust your intuition and the space that you have, really. Go with it. Go with your intuition. So thank you, everyone, for joining me. Have a fantastic weekend, whatever it is you might be doing. And I will catch you all next week. Thank you so much, everyone. And if you have pictures of your Samhain altars, or any altar, actually, we'd love to see them. Do pop them on the Kitchen Witch Coven Facebook page. We'd love to see them. So thank you, everyone. Have a good weekend.